Hi, and welcome back to Knight HQ podcast, brought to you by Maxwell Recruitment and Training. Maxwell provides labour hire apprenticeships for the region's best manufacturing, mining services, engineering trades and construction work sites. Maxwell is currently recruiting 2024 apprentices, so if you're a hardworking school leaver or experienced in an industry already, register your interest now. Jump on the Maxwell website or give him a call. My name's Jay Nelson. This is Knights HQ. I'm here with Matt Croker. He is arguably the best bloke that ever lived.
Nah, far from it.
Let's call a spade, one of the greats.
We had a real good bloke on last week for the Beanies for Brain Cancer Round with Mark Hughes. And now we've got two of our very own girls in the lead up to the 2023 NRLW season. So we've got Yasmin Clydsdale and Caitlan Johnston. How you going, girls?
Good, thank you.
Good. How's it been in the middle of a pre-season? What's it like?
How are we feeling?
I know, Yaz, you were saying you didn't get too much because you've been on Origin duties, but yeah, how's it been since you've been back?
Yeah, no, it's been great. I feel like I think I've only been here for 2 weeks out of a 5-week pre-season at the moment. So it's great getting to know all the new girls. We've got a lot of new personnel in the team, so just getting to meet them and take them to the Cambridge on Saturday.
Not anymore. It's shut.
No, we went there last Saturday as team bonding,
Yeah,
so
cool.
I wouldn't miss that. So that was real fun.
And what about you, Caitlan? You've had a bit of an injury that you've been dealing with. We'll talk about it later, but how's the pre-season been for you? You still get flogged even if you're in rehab. It's never easy.
Yeah, not wrong with that one. I obviously missed the first 2, maybe 3 weeks of pre-season, but it's definitely been a tough one, and I think, we've all kind of got that grit in us, which is one of our kind of club standards. And I think, last weekend, especially when we went up to I think it was the walk just near Merriweather, Glen Rock.
Glen Rock,
that kind of, I guess, showed the what we're kind of made on. So it's been a privilege.
Yeah.
So how's it been? You said there's a few new girls in the squad, other than the Cambo, which I could only imagine was a great bonding session. How's it been going with the new people, and how's the feeling in the group?
No, it's really good. I really enjoy all their personalities. They're all real different, and I feel like just having team bonding off the field, but also spending extra time with them, like in the gym, and has been really great. And just understanding them makes us better as a team, I feel.
Yeah, 100%. Now, look, here we normally do a bit of a career sort of retrospect quiz type thing for each of the people that we interview. But today we're going to do something a little bit different. This is called a teammates challenge.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how well you know each other, the knowledge of each other. So we're going to ask, look, what should we do? Should we go all CJ's questions or go one for one?
How about
we
go all CJ's?
Okay, cool.
So we're asking Yaz questions about CJ.
Yeah,
okay.
to see if you got them, all right?
You go first.
So here's the first question.
Here we go.
CJ's favourite pub feed?
I would say like a chicken schnitzel. Palmy.
No.
Close-ish.
Schnitzel burger.
No, you get off the chicken. You got to get into the meat.
Another animal.
Yeah.
Animal.
She's a steak with mash and veg.
Same. How did I not know that?
Okay, none from one.
We're in England for a whole
I know,
month.
I'm sorry.
I was like, she won't say another chicken product.
Yeah.
Bang,
Keep
bang.
3 chicken.
Chicken wings.
Entree.
Yeah, entree. Okay, none from one. Number 2.
All right.
Who are CJ's current housemates?
Okay, good. Oh, God, it's like a rotating door there. There's I'm kidding. So Caitlin, Tiana, and Tasman.
Yeah, and
Yes.
Taz, yeah.
Yeah, Taz.
I went to school with Taz, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to high school with her. Yeah, I did 1 year with her.
We've got Caitlin's nickname here in brackets too. Do you want to add that for a bonus point to get the pub feed point back?
CJ.
No,
Caitlin.
Caitlin Moran.
Oh, Red John.
Yeah.
I was going to say
CJ.
Big John, Red John, Fairy John.
Where does the John thing come from, actually?
Here we go.
I'm actually
Explain it.
Big John, not CJ, but that's okay. It was just a muck around thing. We'll come from me and Kyra like last year at All Stars, and then it just kind of followed on, and Red just tagged along.
Yeah.
Just kind of picked up, and we live on John Street, so it's a bonus.
There you go, bang.
Right.
All right, next question. Where did CJ grow up?
Newcastle?
Ooh,
Suburb.
Yeah,
We need suburb.
Oh.
Think Yasmin.
Yeah, Cameron Park. No.
No. Far from it.
More like Macquarie than...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is that? No. I don't know.
She's a belly girl. Belmont.
Did you ever play for Windell?
Yeah. Because there was no girls' sides anyway.
Damn it.
Like,
Born
one
and
that
bred.
wanted me.
Okay, well, in my defence, I only met her when she lived at Cameron Park.
Hey,
Okay.
don't worry yet, Yaz, because she's still got to answer your question.
True,
So
true.
just don't get your neck up too soon. Okay.
I don't like to lose, so
I haven't noticed. CJ's favourite music artist?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Yes.
So easy.
Chris
Ding,
Breezy.
ding, ding, ding.
Can't go wrong.
All right, let's try and get 3 from 5. Last
And
question.
How many tries has CJ scored in her NRLW career?
Ooh, good question.
I didn't even know this.
Minus the gritty one, because that doesn't count.
Why not?
The
Did it get taken off?
Yeah, we got disallowed.
Bro,
Forward pass, apparently.
wait, and that
Twice
celebration has been used for every piece of marketing
Actually,
forever.
on Facebook with a membership, it would cut my head off. All we could see was the gritty. Stitching me up all the time.
So, like, you're really young, and you missed like nearly a whole season because of your elbow.
I've nearly missed 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, I have missed 2 seasons.
Okay, so
From
you missed
injury.
2 seasons, two tries.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
2.
Oh, I thought there
Well
would be
done.
way I didn't more. even know that.
Well done.
What were they? Roosters? Last year, Roosters.
And
Jimmy doesn't have this info.
I actually don't know. Where they were.
The
You
second
would have
one?
started run for
Knights.
Nights.
It was at home ground.
Oh, remember you played second
Yeah.
row. Second
And
row
Hugo hit me
against
on a short
Roosters.
ball.
Yes.
Wait,
I
who-
do remember that. I do
That
remember
was when I was
that.
playing front row. That was when you went to centre and I went to
Crash play, bang.
Yeah, you went to back row.
second. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
nice.
my first one was here at home.
Hey, 3 from 5. Not bad. Not bad.
I'll take that.
All right,
Okay.
here we go.
Got the easy ones right.
CJ, your turn. You go.
What's the confidence levels like at the moment? Do you reckon you know this stuff?
Nah, not. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Here we go. Number 1. What is Yaz's go-to music genre?
This is a tough one. I think Yaz is a bit different because I feel like her genre is just everything. Like I
Well,
don't think she has a specific.
The answer that we have is very
like a
generic. Large umbrella.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
country, it could be R&B, like it could be anything. Like I haven't actually seen Yasmin's playlist, if I'm honest.
we need a definite answer
Yeah.
to lock in.
I'm going to say R&B.
Nah, pop, it says.
We've got pop. Yeah.
Which,
we've got
let's be honest,
Come
R&B.
on, it comes under that
Gotta
bracket.
be under
There's
that.
pop R&B, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
There's
literally-
pop country.
We might be able to give half a
think
point there, yeah?
Half a point. That'll make it interesting
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
Yaz got 3. What sport did Yaz play at a professional level before coming over to league?
Rugby 7.
Yes.
Bang.
Well done. Well
That's a
done.
hard one.
Well done.
Sorry.
That was a
to think
layup.
about
That was a
that one.
layup. Scene.
You really want to win this, don't you?
Hopefully there's a prize.
a prize.
What subject does Yaz teach at school?
PE.
Yes.
The technical answer,
Hard answer. Hard.
PDHPE. What does that stand for?
Half mark for her.
What does it stand for?
Physical development, health, and physical education.
There you go.
Ding ding.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 4. Who is Yasmin's sporting idol?
I'm going to say I feel like you're a tennis girl.
I can't. I don't know.
I'm not looking at you
I
now.
don't know.
But I feel like it might be like a Serena Williams.
Oh, did you read the run sheet before?
Nah.
That was huge. That was so huge. I was like, this will be the one she doesn't get,
That's
and
pretty
it'll be
good.
interesting.
That
Bang.
was pretty good.
No, I love Serena Williams. She's the best. She's a beast. I'm obsessed with her.
Nah, she's
That might have got her across the line there.
That was good.
What's this, 1.5, 2.5?
That was good. That was good.
Last question. What is Yaz's favourite fashion brand? Also, what does it say? Oh, sorry. What is her favourite fashion brand? Go for it.
Have you actually seen? She does not own a piece of Kmart clothing. No, I've seen. Yaz has got some pretty expensive taste. I don't know how Adam's dealing with that in bank account wise. Yeah, we got celebrated cows there from the farm. I feel like Yasmin is like a YSL girl.
No, we had down here Puma.
But
And
also,
Lorna Jane.
Lorna Jane's one.
What's
yeah.
Lorna Jane?
Lorna
It's like
Jane,
an activewear.
activewear.
You don't know what that
Oh,
is?
righto.
Everywhere.
Don't act like you didn't
No,
know.
I don't know much about it,
Yeah,
but I
right.
see
He's
it.
He's
heaps.
got daughters. Come on.
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
right.
yeah.
He's got to learn.
It's expensive.
Fair,
Just
fair,
put it that way.
fair. But Puma, as you've got on Puma, so
Come off.
that was almost a layup.
It was literally right in front of you the whole time.
Well, CJ, you win.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gave you half a point for the first one. So
Don't
you
count.
Wait,
back,
wait,
please.
wait, I'll count back. So,
No, I think she did win by a half mark.
so half,
Half.
1.5,
2.5, 3,
2.5,
3.5.
3.5.
Yep.
What'd you get?
So she got 3.
Oh, didn't I get a half mark for Caitlin Moran?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah,
Tie.
you were throwing
Tie.
out bonus points.
Yeah. Tied.
Technicality.
Yes.
Hey, we got to keep a tight ship here, all right? We don't have our scoring integrity. What do we have? Now, girls, 2022 was a massive year. It's going to be sort of hard to top. You guys won the comp together. You played for New South Wales. You went to the World Cup. Can you even describe what it was like to get all that done in 1 year? What were some of the things that some of the memories that sort of stick out in that sort of that time period?
I don't know. It was a massive year, and to be able to share all those memories with Caitlin's pretty amazing. I'll say one memory is from the Origin debut of CJ and when she took it off the back fence.
I didn't know that was coming.
And do you know what the best thing is?
I think we all remember that.
The best thing is like one of my best friends, Lauren Brown, plays for the Queensland team, and she did the kickoff, and she was like, "Oh no, you know what? I'm just going to try and kick it around the forwards and see if one of them drops it, because normally forwards don't want to catch anything." And then CJ, but I still have so many memories of her catching it off the kickoff when we played for Central Coast Roosters, and you just look at her and you're like, that's the biggest mistake ever, because she runs straight back towards the kicker, and I loved it. So that was one of a pretty good debut as well from Caitlan.
Yeah. What about you, CJ? I mean, it was a pretty jam-packed year.
Yeah.
A lot sort of happens, and when it happens, it all sort of rolls on pretty quick, doesn't it? So what was it like for you at the time?
Yeah, at the start of the season, I ended up with an injury. So to bounce back from that and then end up at a World Cup and to win a World Cup was just, it was kind of, it was just an amazing experience for me personally. I don't really have one. I think mine would probably just be winning a premiership for the hometown I kind of grew up in.
Exactly.
Obviously putting on that jersey is very meaningful, and I think it just that experience to be able to win it. And, they say our boys didn't win since 2001. So to have a win last year is, it's a tick in my books. So just to accomplish it, hopefully again this year.
While we're on the grand final subject, we're just talking before we actually started about I rewatched it today because I just wanted to sort of get some memories about it. And
one of the great afternoons.
Yeah, and it was a tighter grand final than the score probably shows,
completely.
So there was 20 minutes to go and it was 18-6 and Parra ended up scoring, and the girls didn't touch the ball for about 7 minutes. And then there was a penalty try that luckily Yaz was pushed in the back, and then our girls go down. It's a bit of back and forth, and then there's 5 minutes to go, and the young Takarangi on the winger, she scores, and then Jessie scores.
3 tries.
And then you score. And then the score blew out by the end of it, but it was pretty in the balance. What do you girls remember? I'll start with you, Yaz. What do you remember in that sort of time where the game could have went either way?
I do. Yeah, I remember. I think our winger went down.
Yes, she did. Yeah,
so Emanita, I love playing with her. But so I remember that, and I remember going looking over to the sideline, and I was like, I'm going to play centre. You got to play centre. You'll be fine, Yasmin. Just play centre. And then I remember that I was ghosting the ball out, and I just thought, okay, I've got to swipe at it. I can feel them coming, and I swiped and missed it completely. And I just thought, oh my God, it's going to be a draw, because I looked at the scoreboard right in front of the sticks.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But then Tamika came up to me and was like, nah, brah, she pushed her. And I said, oh my gosh, thank God.
One of the great nah-bras of all time.
She goes, nah, brah. She pushed her. And I was like, she says, she pushed you. And I was like, okay. But with all the adrenaline, you don't feel anything. You don't know. And I just thought, I've just missed the ball completely and I've resulted in a try. So that was, one of the big moments. And I think them not scoring there and we were still 6 in front was massive. And then I think we just got the ball back finally off a penalty, and we were able to kind of build some more momentum from there. But I think being starved of the ball was really hard to come back from. So that was probably one of the big moments. And I
think in a way it almost broke their heart.
Yeah.
Because when I was watching, they kept attacking, and you girls would come up with sort of a knockdown.
Yep.
And then you would take it dead, and then you would come up with another knockdown. And then when they couldn't score, it was almost like, geez, we're not going to win this.
Yeah.
And you girls got back into it, and then you end up coming up with a couple big plays. What do you remember at the time, Caitlin? Do you sort of remember being in the fight? Because I know what it's like in the washing machine. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to think. But you got moved to the back row.
Yeah, so I was similar to Yazzie, because as soon as Emanita went off, Yazzie got pushed to centre, then I got pulled from front row to second. So I think it was a big positional change for me, even though they literally stand next to each other. I think just being able, being pushed to a second rows position to then having to adapt to kind of their attacking and defence kind of, I guess, shook me a bit. But
Had you played any back row during the year?
Yeah, so a little bit, but I think I played a lot of mine in juniors. So when I was playing for the Knights in Tarshagal, I played second row my second year. So I hadn't really played much second row before then. But I felt like I took it in two hands and kind of gave it an effort. And I just knew when I looked at that board and it was kind of coming to a drawing, like our score was coming to a draw, I felt like we just had to, that 30% we used inside just had to come out. And when this one stole my try.
We'll get to that.
I just, as soon as that happened, like obviously it was all over social media, just the tears kind of rolled down. So just that last like 30 seconds, I knew that we had to just keep grinding away. And after the game, it was definitely, the whole game I felt like went really quick though.
Yeah.
So didn't really have a thought to kind of think of what was kind of happening at the moment. But it's an unforgettable memory.
Even when Kiana scored, it was still in the balance.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Still wasn't complete. And then when Jessie scored, it was like, all right, I think we're okay here. And after Jessie scored, I was like, all right, I'm going to start filming the bench because we're getting close to the end. I want to film everyone's reaction. And I was filming them and everyone just started going nuts because I heard everyone sort of hold their breath. And that was obviously when Caitlan kicked the ball.
Yep.
And everyone's just lost their mind. And I'm literally yelling to Jimmy, what is going on? He's like,
me.
Dude, Yas just scored. I was like, yes. And so then it all clicked that, it's over and it's done.
Yazzie went, and I'm pretty sure Bobby was amongst it as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, Bobby was in and about.
Bobby fell on her back.
Go for it, and there was like three of us competing, and then Yazzie ended up taking it.
Yeah, because just before they put a kick in and you both went up, you and you sort of knocked it dead
I
sort of
knocked
thing. Yeah. But yeah, that was it. What's it like when you sort of, because after Jessie scored, you knew you had it, and you're walking back. Is everyone sort of nudging each other going?
I think I definitely was. I think, oh my God, I thought, yes, we've got this. I looked at the time. I think it was only like 40 seconds.
It was right at the end of the game.
And I think I remember yelling out to the bench, being like, anyone got a headband? I want to tighten my hair up for when we win, which is horrible. But I just thought, we're going to win this. And then when they, because they did a short kickoff, missed it, and we got the tap. So that's why we got like 3 tackles and then the kick came. And Caitlan Moran, Red John is she's such an off the cuff player that she can make stuff happen in that 20 seconds, 15 seconds.
And she just got on.
Yeah, she just made stuff happen. She's a very impressive player.
I find that she brings that kind of calm, cool, collective person on a field. So when things are really frantic and her in general, she's like that.
She's like that.
You can't, if you're really stressed at the moment, she's just chill. I'm like, no. And living with her, it's frustrating. But yeah, I kind of feel like for us on that edge, she just come in and she just really made it. Yeah, really calm for us out there. And when that kind of got kicked through, I was like, oh my God. And I was like, it's my I'm going to score. And then Yasmin take it. And I kind of strangled her.
Yeah, you tried to take her out.
My right.
Sorry.
So I've never really asked you to this before, even though I was there when you guys lived that moment. But when the bus coming back into town with the police escort and everyone at the Workers Club, at Nex, what was that like for being in the playing group and seeing that much support and that much, everyone getting behind you and that you'd done it and, the whole town was there or, a lot of people were there and...
Yeah, it was. I found it was emotional. I think obviously they spoke about our us Novocastrians being very around the football side of things, and especially with the Knights and stuff like that. And I didn't actually think we'd have such a big crowd back at the Next, and it was pretty cool getting the escort from the freeway into there. But when we walked in, it was just they made this big. They just let us walk straight through and they just made this just made us feel home. I don't know whether the girls that kind of travelled down felt that, but for myself growing up here, I felt really welcomed and it was an amazing thing, very emotional.
It was pretty cool for me too. And obviously, it's much bigger for the playing group. But I remember interviewing CJ and taking a photo when she signed her contract because you were the first player that we signed.
Ever.
Going from that and then being on the field with you when you've got the trophy in your hand, I was like that's so cool. To see that whole journey plus your injuries and everything. So, no, mate, that was, again, one of the great afternoons. It was so good.
Tamika got the player of the match. Who was best on ground? Off the field. I'm talking celebration areas. Who was best on deck?
Olivia. And Caitlan
Liv,
ran.
Liv
Yeah.
Higgins, is that who
And
we're
Caitlan
talking about?
ran.
Yeah.
Remember them the next day?
Oh yeah, that was.
When we were heading to the bus?
Good fun.
They were so funny. We came into the, like, in
They
here.
didn't sleep.
They didn't sleep. And then they had stickers all over them.
Because
Let's not incriminate anyone. Let's
but we were at the next
Keep
and
it PG.
ended up back at Millie and Adam's house. And
Yeah.
they walked all the way from there here. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Wow.
they do.
If I'm wrong, but yeah, they walked out and they had these. Bobby's dad's mate gave us sunglasses, so then we
Yeah.
actually had these the stickers of the brand of them. And
Yeah.
They were all
they were
over
like
them.
about this long. They had them stuck all over them, and yeah, it was good.
So shout out to Higo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here goes.
Yeah. And
My
Caitlan.
sister got it.
And Caitlan.
Well
And
done.
Caitlan ran.
You've both played in pretty big games. You both represented your country and your state. What were your nerves like on grand final day?
Would you say that's the biggest game you've been part of?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get like heaps nervous.
Really?
No, that's like I'm kind of calm-ish.
Yeah.
But it's more like I just feel like I've prepared as well as I can, and I
Okay,
know
yeah.
that I've given everything I have to training and just to trust the process. That's kind of like my mentality
Yep.
to kind of calm myself and be able to be there for girls that maybe are a bit nervous, and because
It's a
I'm
good
a
way
bit
of looking at
older. Yeah, like I just feel like I know I've put in so much work that like I can trust the process now and I can trust my ability. So yeah, that's kind of my mentality
No, it's a
to
good
how
one.
I treat every game as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, so that I can enter the game with confidence.
Was that the same how you're feeling before the last Origin game at Townsville?
Yeah, definitely. I felt way more prepared than the first game, I feel. Our game plan changed a little bit, which I think was benefit to our sort of how like our strengths, if that makes sense. And like missing a few players from the first game, like CJ would have been there if wasn't for an injury. So like missing some key players from last year's Origin game, we just had to make some adjustments. And I think in that second game we really showed what we could do. And yeah, just unfortunately we can't get another game.
Three's
Yeah.
the go, isn't it, girls?
Three's gotta be the go.
Three's the go, eh?
Yeah.
It has to be one or three. You can't do
Yeah.
two.
Yeah,
It's
exactly,
just
yeah.
heartbreaking. And it
And-
was, yeah.
And to see like 18,000 people,
I know. Oh,
like it's
Townsville,
amazing.
amazing.
Like, you know, the crowds are joining it.
Play the
great.
third one here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
we'd
it,
love it.
it'd be
We'll pack it
it'd be
out.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whoever makes those decisions,
I know.
Third game,
Anyone
come on.
listening?
They're getting paid more money than us.
I'm sure they're avid listeners to Knights HQ.
Well, girls, we've looked back. Yeah, of course they are. We've looked back at 2022. We're sort of going to jump forward to what's coming. We sort of already spoke about it, how the preseason's going, but Yaz, you've missed a bit. So, Caitlan, I'll ask you: are there any sort of new girls? We spoke about the camaraderie and that. Are there any new girls that sort of are really putting their foot forward? Maybe people that haven't debuted in the NRLW that are looking good for the Knights season. Do you reckon?
One pops into my head. Vienna. I feel like we call nicknames V.
Yeah.
I feel like she's this quiet girl, but once you especially get a few babies, she's a different person. But no, she's a cool chick, and I feel like just our way in Newcastle, I feel like she understands it in a way and kind of vibes it off us girls that have been here for like quite a while. So I definitely think she's someone to look out for coming in the upcoming season.
Yeah. What about you, Yaz? Anyone that's caught your eyes? I know you've only been there for a couple of weeks.
No,
so.
I really love Leish. Like she's so she can play anywhere. So she's can play forward, but she's actually got a bit of like a half background. So she plays like a ball playing lock, but can be a ball playing forward. So I'm really excited to see what she does here.
Yeah, good.
Girls, we've got new teams joining the comp. It's a longer season. How do you feel about that? Like, obviously, expansion is what we all want. We want growth. But, for the girls that are playing the games and like yourself, CJ, in the middle, as Craig said, the washing machine, there's a few more games. How are you feeling about that,
Not in the middle this year, mate.
Oh,
are
really?
you?
Playing second rower.
You're going to stick on the edge.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're just going to run at the
I'm
little
on the
halves.
right.
There you
nice.
go. All right. There you go.
Left
No,
ear,
that's
yeah.
cool. No,
It's fresh off the press. So.
Yeah, sweet.
No, I think it'll be it's definitely obviously with the expansion and the new teams that have come in. I think it's just showing the growth of the women's game and the development. So it'd be interesting to see how this season goes. But I feel like there's a lot of girls that have been split up that have been in the game for quite a while. So I'm very intrigued to see how it goes this year.
What about you, Yaz?
Yeah, same. I'm just interested to see how the standard goes. I think with the 6 teams, we got to a really high standard where anyone in the 6 could win. Like, I feel the last 2 seasons, like if you were in the 4, you could have been coming 6th the whole season and end up 4th because of a game. So,
well, Para were 4th.
That's what I mean.
Final,
but don't worry, we did that when I was playing for the Roosters. We were 6th, then we ended up coming 4th and won the comp. Like it's just, I think that standard, I really hope that standard stays. But again, expansion is the key for women in sport, and I'm just excited to see what happens.
Do you girls ever sit back and sort of look at how far the game's already come for the women, and how far it's probably going to go within the next couple of years, and sort of sit back and sort of praise yourself because you're playing a fair bit of a role? Like, do you ever sort of sit back and look at it? Not really so much as praise yourself, but sit back and just sort of think, we're doing something pretty special here.
Yeah, I like a little bit. Like I come from, like I live in Scone, so a really small community, and we actually have for the first time ever an under-17s girls team, and
great.
I help coach them. So I think just to sit back and watch how many girls are actually picking the sport up is probably where I sit. Like, oh, there's so many girls that want to play because they see that there's a pathway now. Yeah. Whereas I think when we were growing up, well, especially me, I'm a little bit older. Like when I was growing up, like women in league wasn't a thing. So all I was watching was boys playing sport. Like boys play. I remember watching my brother play league and thinking, I'd love to play that because I'm so angry all the time.
You don't seem it.
No, like I just have this switch where I just see red. But I just was like, I just really wanted to play that, and every weekend I'd watch my brother play for West, and I just think, oh, I wish I could do that. But now I think girls are actually able to watch us on TV and watch us live, and just being able to see what they can do is, I think, a massive thing that we're achieving.
I've noticed a huge difference in the grassroots side of it. Like, I've been out and I've been filming a couple of like gala days and clinics and things, younger kids. And there's one time, it was funny, Tamika came in to just sign some autographs and meet some kids, and she walked to wherever the tent was or whatever. And as she walked past to go to where she had to go, this little kid just like looked at his dad and he was like, "Dad, that's Tamika Upton." And like little boy, you know what I mean? Like absolutely just frothing about it, you know? And I was like, that's so cool. Yeah. And actually today I was at Windale, up the Eagles.
Up the Dale.
Yeah. This kid, massive kid, like literally check his birth certificate. How's he playing in this group? Huge bloke. He's run straight in the middle of these kids, just knocked everyone out of the road, runaway try. And this girl chased him down, bro. Like literally like just gained him and around the legs, stopped him to score a try. I was like, that's so good. And I filmed the whole thing, and
that's wicked.
That'll probably go on a few minutes. So
I love that.
Yeah, so the girls are definitely, they're doing some great things.
It is, mate. And they're starting to become like cult heroes in a way. You know?
100%.
They love them, and it's so good, and rightfully so. So well done, girls. You're doing a massive thing.
McDonald Jones, we've got 5 home games this year.
Woo woo!
That's so good.
It's so good.
There's a few double headers too with the boys.
Yeah, I think round 1's a double header. We were talking about it before. Us blokes, we play Melbourne that day, and you girls got the Dragons.
Yes.
Yeah, so that must be exciting to finally get back and play in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, don't worry, at Origin, all the girls were like, oh, don't you whinge about your games. You've got 5 home games. And I said, oh, well. Privilege of winning last year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. You got to come get the trophy from us. It's in Newcastle.
What's it like playing over there, girl? I obviously experienced it. Caitlin, I'll ask you, but like when there's a fair, decent crowd there, it's pretty special. It's the best place.
Yeah, no, it's the atmosphere is. Well, my first game there actually was quite, obviously I injured myself round 1 when we first played here, and the atmosphere was just amazing. I felt so nervous out there because it was just like, I didn't think that we'd have such a big turnout considering like we're a females team, and the turnout was just great. And then to even see them back, it's like last year was even better.
I'm trying to remember last year, did you girls play before us and then another game you played after us?
Yep.
Yeah. And I remember the days played after us, basically the whole crowd stuck around. It was so good. Yeah.
No, it was that was quite, I think that gave us a bit of motivation too, because I think we just seen how passionate, you know, our supporters are for us as a club, and that just pushed us even more. I remember standing in the shed and one of the girls were like, they're just sticking around for our game. You should be, it's a privilege to be here to play in this jersey. And I think it might have been Tamika that said that. Yeah. So, that gave us a bit of a drive out there after you guys when we played after you. So that was just, it was amazing.
We're going to take a quick break, and then after that we're going to talk our 3 goats with Croaks. Today's topic is female sports people, our top of all time. So we'll be back soon. This is Knights HQ. Don't miss a minute of our 2023 NRLW season with our 5-game NRLW membership. Gain exclusive access to attend the Round 1 Captain's Run, a 2023 NRLW adult or junior member pack, $20 to spend in the night shop, discounts on merchandise and more. Visit knightshub.com.au or call the membership team on 1300 465 644. Hi, welcome back to Knights HQ, brought to you by Maxwell Recruitment and Training. I'm Jay Nelson. I'm here with Matt Croker. Our guests today are Yasmin Clydsdale and Caitlan Johnston, two of our NRLW stars.
Thanks for coming on, actually.
Yeah,
girls.
actually.
Out of your busy schedule, this is before training.
Yeah.
In the middle of a
thanks for
pre-season
having
can be
us.
tough.
Yeah, thanks for having
I
us.
couldn't be stuffed doing a podcast in the pre-season, mate. I wouldn't get out of bed. We're doing 3 goats with Croaks, but it's never really 3, is it? We just got 1 today. So we got
Technically, it's 4 goats with Croaks.
yeah. Female, the sports women. So who wants to start off? CJ?
Yeah, sure. Mine's Kathy Freeman, purely because growing up and I've always idolised her. She's an Indigenous woman and, she's done a lot for the community and shown that, our Aboriginal culture has a lot to prove. And, she's been an inspiration for me from a young age.
Yeah, amazing.
Great one.
Yes.
Mine's obviously Serena Williams.
Yeah.
I just think she's done wonders for just females in sport everywhere and being able to be taken seriously as well in the a male dominant sport to start with, and then it just is amazing, and then also to follow her journey through her pregnancy is something pretty inspirational.
Did you play tennis growing up?
No, I just love
You
her
just loved her?
vibe.
Yeah.
She's just I just love her attitude towards everything and just being able to get things done.
Yeah.
I like tennis is an all right game though.
Yeah. Oh,
I could sit there and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
No,
not bad. It's not a bad
Not
watch.
bad.
Not a bad watch. Yeah. JJ?
I like golf, so I'm going to go golfer. Kari Webb.
Okay.
Underrated.
Yeah, nice.
She has 41 wins on the LPGA Tour, which is more than any other active player.
Good on her. My number 1 is Sam Kerr. So
Yep.
she speaks for herself. She's just a beast. I had Kathy in my list as well. She was number 3. So
Yeah. What number 2?
I had Elise Perry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Dual international. I'm pretty sure she played for the Socceroos when she was 16.
Yeah.
Or 17 or something. Now she plays for the Australians women cricket team, which are the most dominant Australian.
Yeah, they just won.
So,
the other day.
they just won the game 1 in the
Crazy.
Ashes. Ashley Gard? No, I'm not too sure if you know her. I think she's an Indigenous woman as well. She
I've no
took
idea.
8 for 60 or something in the second innings to win it for
Jesus.
Australia.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Cricket chat, fascinating.
Girls, just before we let you go, one more question. Individually and team-wise, what is something you want to do this year? Well, obviously, a premiership is what everyone's playing for, but is there anything that, CJ, is it to, string together consistent games, getting back into Origin? Like, what are we wanting to do?
Yeah, I've pretty much ticked off everything. I'm 22, so I've pretty much accomplished everything.
That's not bad, eh?
Hang the boots up. Stuff it.
Ready to retire.
Go back to window.
I think for me, it's just obviously I'm still coming on the off in injuries, so I think it's just for me to get in there and hopefully get myself ready by round 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't worry, my mum's told me to retire many times. She's like, when are my grandkids coming? I said, Mum, you can settle down. I think for me, being older in the team, I feel like my probably job now is to make sure everyone feels welcomed and to build that team morale that we can get back-to-back premierships. So that's probably my job and what I want to achieve this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
Well, listen, thanks very much for coming on, girls. It's
again,
Really appreciate
pre-season,
Really
it's
appreciate
tough
it.
going to come and give
It's
us your
not
time
easy.
is amazing. So, thanks heaps for coming in. Guys, you can subscribe, leave a review on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Full video versions of all the podcasts go up on there. So subscribe and you hit the bells, you get notifications. You'll know when it all drops. There's stuff happening around the Knights all the time. So to stay up to date, club website and our social media channels at NRL Knights. If you want to check out what the girls are doing training-wise, whatever, it's all there. I'm Jay. This is Matt.
Thanks again, girls.
Thank
Go enjoy
you.
your pre-season session.